Well, hello, friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Cheryl, and I just wanted to talk briefly today about the benefits of journaling. And I read an interesting article that talks about the 7 benefits of journaling, and it stated that keeping a journal can be an important self-care practice. And if you've been in my channel before, you know that I have spoken quite a bit about self-care. And so how can self-care help us in our daily lives? Well, it can help us to stay accountable, to keep track of our goals. It can also be a means of personal growth. And so, one of the things that I have discovered doing is I started keeping track of things that I'm doing throughout the day, writing those things down. And it's helping me to improve my writing and communication skills. It also is a tool that I can look back and see, what I did on a specific day. So, writing those things down, it can also help us to reduce stress and anxiety, helping us to control our negative self talk, those things that loop around in our heads. And I don't know about you, but sometimes, the thoughts, sometimes they just kind of start going and I can get on a merry-go-round. And so it can, we write things down, it can help us to stop and put our emotions in track. So write things down, and one of the things, over my lifetime is, I thought, well, if I write things down, I put it in a journal, what if someone reads it? Well, then I started, well, I can put things that I want people to don't want people to read. I can, find a special drawer or cabinet I can put it in, and someone really has to start going through and looking at it. And then if someone finds it, they really know what I was thinking on that particular day. And so it can also help us to find inspiration when we write things down, when we doodle, and be surprised. And so there are so many tools that we can find. Some, I like keeping a gratitude journal, um, inspiring thoughts. I write down scriptures, my Bible studies, I write those things down. And one or two things that I'm grateful for each day. And some days I'm just lucky that I opened my eyes up that day because I was so tired the night before. Just being thankful for little things. The sun is out, good weather, coffee, family, friends, answers to prayers, writing those things down. And so there are programs, there are apps that you can download. One of my favorite ones is Adobe Express. It is a free app. There are many things in there that are free, and I'll show you in just a minute what some of those things look like. We can go back, daily gratitude. I've already talked about that, and then writing down the one thing that I'm grateful for today. So, in addition to gratitude journals, there's keeping track of food and fitness journals. If you, like I say, doodling, a sketch journal, uh, daily events, right? As I said, I started keeping track of my daily events. So you can write those things down either in a paper planner or notebook, your digital planner, on your calendar. Write those things down, and you'll be amazed. Sometimes it's just freeing to write things down. So I'm just going to quickly show a couple of things that I did in Adobe Express, and you can do these as well. You download the app. As I said, it's free, and I did this one. I found this one. I did change the color. It was all blue, so I can go back in here. I can change the background color to back to a blue color. I can, come on, go with that blue, that darker blue, or I can use the color dropper and I can go up here and change it to that blue. Okay, so it all kind of blends in. So those are some of the things you can do. I can go back here and change this color to blue. Let's see, we can go back to a darker, Okay, I'm just gonna go back and undo. There we go. All right, so I want to change the font color to a darker blue, and there we go. Okay, so then I'm gonna hit the back button here, and my food tracker. I've used this one before. You've seen that when I did a whole video on how I did my food tracker. And I'm gonna go back over here, and one last one is the workout tracker. So you can go in here, you can change the background of this one. Let's choose a color. Let's do it one of the gradients here. I'm gonna do this blue, one of the blue gradients here. Let's see. That would probably work better with my planner. So we can change any of this. We can change the fonts. We can change the color of the lines. And I didn't want to take up a whole lot of time. And then once we're satisfied, we can download it as a PDF. We can download it as a PNG, which has a clear background, or we can do JPEG, which is for smaller images. If we download it as a PDF, then we can upload it as a separate page in our digital file. So I'm not going to do that. We can also share it, and you can share it on all of your social media. You can add people that you want to share it with, or if you have family groups or friend groups on your phone, you can share it with those groups as well. If you have a working group, you can share it with your work group. And you can also, once you share it with them, you can collaborate. They can make suggestions for changes. So this program, Adobe Express, is very similar to Canva. So if you like Canva, I'm sure that you will like this one. I do have a Canva account, but I like Adobe Express. That's just my personal opinion. Okay, so let's go back to our Good Notes file here. So let's see if we can get back to the home page here. So this is my digital planner. So I just wanted to kind of go over quickly some of the benefits of journaling based on an article I read that I received via email, and I'll put the source for this article in the comments below. So that's it for today. Just you know, no matter what type of journal that you decide to keep, just remember there's no right or wrong, whether it's a to-do list, a gratitude journal, or exercise journal, food journal, fitness journal. Just remember there's no right or wrong. Just simply take the time to get in touch with your mind, body, and spirit, and that's all that's truly important. So remember to be kind to yourself and to be kind to others. And until next time, I'll say ciao for now. Bye-bye.